Welcome back, just buzzing through the hour two here, and we're pretty much done already. Wow, that was quick, that was fun, and that was fast, and for those of you watching at home, you should tune into Facebook on the commercials because we have a good time over here. I have been continuing my streak of 5 days in a row slugging down White Claws like it's my job. I'm drinking the blackberry today. It's quite good to stay cool. And I need a drink to stay calm when I hear clips of this Ilhan Omar, who actually hates America. She hates America. And watch what she does when people are talking about, you know, how they're afraid of terrorists and stuff. Watch this America-hating piece of turd.
When I was in college, I took a terrorism class, and
is that a such thing?
Yeah, there was.
So you go out, there is a lab for that?
There was a class that you.
Do you go to a lab?
No,
you go out a field trip.
We learned the ideology of.
I'm glad you do that.
And so it was the thing that was interesting in the class was every time the professor said Al-Qaeda, he sort of like his shoulders went up, and you know.
Yeah, he's in command here.
Al-Qaeda, you know, Hasbullah.
He's an expert.
You don't say America with an intensity. You don't say England with an intensity. You know, you don't say the army with an intensity.
Qaeda.
Sig B, right there. That's all I could say. I mean, she's actually like chuckling about like, oh, my professor. I took a terrorism class. My professor was scared when we said Al-Qaeda. You don't get scared when you say America. You don't get scared when you say UK. Al-Qaeda is not a country. They're a pack of terrorists not in uniforms, and people do get scared. That's why they're called terrorists, because they terrorize people. And Ilhan Omar is standing there chuckling about it. Good find on that one. You know, the team does lots of things right, but sometimes really good. Super good. Trump weighed in at this big rally he had in Vegas yesterday. We showed you the Joe Biden car parade, had a grand total of 7 cars, okay? Watch the packed house for the Trump rally in Vegas, where it's a neck-and-neck race right now. And Donald Trump weighed in on what he thinks should happen to people who try to kill cops.
Biden wants to appease domestic terrorists, and my plan is to arrest domestic terrorists. Okay? And we also believe that if you murder a police officer, you should receive the death penalty. And that's something that's very important. And you saw a video of that animal that went up to the car. Did everybody see that? This animal goes up to the car. 2 unsuspecting fine people. They were fine people. I mean, they're in very grave condition, as you know. Fine people. He's an animal. And I called him an animal. And I was criticized by people calling him an animal. They said he's a human being. He's not a human being. He's an animal. He's not a human being. Joe Biden opposes the death penalty even for cops who, I mean, look, you have to see, even for these cop killers who go around, the predators, they murder children, people like the Boston bomber. He opposes the death penalty for the Boston bomber. He wants to give prisoners a vote. He wants to have the Boston bomber be able to vote. I don't think so.
Right on the money, our president, he's not off there. I mean, if you don't agree that someone who kills a cop in broad daylight should get the death penalty, you don't qualify. Now, let's take a look at this, okay? Not only does some, anarchist go up and try to murder 2 cops, okay? They rush these cops to the hospital, and take a look at this, okay? The protesters, this is on like when he's breaking, protesters are chanting, "We hope they die," and blocking the emergency room entrance as 2 LA cops are fighting for their lives following an ambush in Compton, okay? And I ask again, Kamala Harris is supposedly, the first woman of color to be the vice presidential candidate. And she was the public side piece for San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown. And now, she's from the state of California. And I wonder why we haven't heard from the vice presidential candidate on the Democrat side denouncing people who try to murder cops. It's strange, isn't it, that we still haven't heard one thing. And Sod 11, Nico, has this Biden ad that's smacking around the president. Take a look at this. This is a new hiding Joe Biden ad. All of that was debunked. The people that were there on the spot all came out and said that did not happen. And Trump took to Twitter to give his response to that ad. I would say he put Joe Biden's team in place once again. Trump said, I just landed in Nevada, but while on Air Force One, I watched the most vicious TV commercial I've ever seen. Pathetic Joe's people placed an unsourced ad where they have me saying unthinkable things about soldiers while standing over their graves. It's made up lie, a total con job. And anyone who was allegedly there, other than the anonymous sources, has said Trump never said those things. I believe even John Kelly, who's not on the best terms with the president, didn't confirm that the president said those things. So keep hiding Joe Biden. Keep putting out fake ads. Keep gaslighting. Keep talking about how the violence is from Donald Trump. Don't denounce the rioters and looters. Don't stick up for America. Stay in your basement, reading off a teleprompter, and be the empty vessel of a man that you are.